Greetings, my family in Christ. We're just waiting on some birds, and we're going to talk about honesty and integrity today. More tools for our toolbox, and I feel like I am preaching to the choir, so to speak. I know all of you take to heart being honest, and that goes with integrity. But we're just going to go through some verses and reaffirm our love for God and praise His name for leaving His good word for us. Part of what keeps us honest is knowing we're going to be judged, right? That God's watching us. We know He hears and sees us, and we'll be before Him with the book of life. And walking this world and knowing God's watching us is sometimes sketchy, because we have peer pressure. Sometimes we might just be accidentally given a credit on our bills we check out, and it's easy just to go on, hey, that was a gift from God. Well, not really. It's kind of being dishonest, taking something that's not yours, whether it's from an innocent oversight of someone else on someone else's part. So let's keep that in mind as we go through our life. And as I read, I'm going to try to watch for some birds, and I hope we'll end up with something more exciting than just what you're looking at. We'll start off 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 21. We are careful to be honorable before the Lord, but we also want everyone else to see that we are honorable. And that is one thing about checking out at a store and you see a mistake. My husband is so good about that. He cannot stand it if things aren't right. So it will be called to the attention, and people are wondering what's going on. Are we complaining about something that's not in their favor? And the clerk is expecting that, and when they find out, oh, it was in the store's favor, it touches them, I think, that someone can be honest in that way. So it's a blessing to me to be with someone that's that honest. 2 Timothy 2, verse 18. Approved workmen are not ashamed of being that way. And the Baptists have an organization called AWANA, which my children were blessed to be a part of. And I think it gave great credit to their lives and honor to them in a great way I could never have on my own. So the verse that's their motto, work hard so that you can present yourself to God and receive His approval. Be a good worker, one who does not need to be ashamed and who correctly explains the word of truth. That sort of speaks for itself. And when we carry God's truth, we do not need to be ashamed or worry about what this world thinks. We're shining His light. And shining His light sometimes exposes our own sins and the sins of others. So be prepared. When we are ashamed of ourselves, go to the Lord and ask forgiveness. The sooner, the better. Colossians 3:2. Think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth. That's for sure. Focus on God's mercies and His love. And when tempted by things of this earth, implore God to put Himself between you and the deceiver. In James 3:17 and 18, but the wisdom that comes from heaven is first of all pure, then peace-loving, considerate, submissive, full of mercy and good fruit, impartial and sincere. Peacemakers who sow in peace reap a harvest of righteousness. Proverbs 28, this is read this whole chapter. It may speak to you in many different ways. And we're going to focus on verse 6, better to be poor and honest than to be dishonest and rich. And so from the Beatitudes, Matthew 5, we're going to focus on 8, blessed are the pure of heart, for they will see God. And finally, John 8, verse 32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So that is what we all live for, I'm sure, is to be honest and truthful, and we seek to see God one day. Love you, my brothers and sisters in Christ. Amen.